I don't think that anyone would make a serious argument in this case that Mr. Pontke poses a flight risk. There's no indication that there's ever been a history of not making court appearances, and even though he faces a substantial criminal charge, all of his ties appear to be to the Lac du Flambeau community within our county. He's held employment in our county and been a resident of our county for at least 15 years. He's married to a spouse who has disabilities. They've got a long-term stable marriage. He's not going anyplace in my estimation. So the real condition is, can this gentleman be released on conditions that will make community safety less potentially problematic. And we've talked about this in some other cases that, oftentimes we'll request a cash bond, and the last person who can afford to post it is the defendant, the person charged with the offense. And we have other family members or friends who come in and put down a serious amount of cash, and I don't know what impact that necessarily has on the thinking or behavior of the defendant. In this case, if the family is to post additional cash, undoubtedly that is Mr. Pontke's own assets or assets of his children. And so it's at a pretty close level that way. I'm of the opinion that an additional $5,000 cash, in addition to the other comments that I've made, and knowing that he's invested himself in trying to resolve this issue, may be sufficient. And I think that the difficulty that we have with people who are alcoholic is that the dollar amount isn't necessarily the determinant in any event. We can make any amount of cash, and if it was posted, we still run risk. And yet, I don't think that it is appropriate for the court to set a bond in an amount that can't be posted without there being a stronger showing that we're likely to have the same type of problems again, and I think we can resolve that. So I'm going to amend bond to $5,000 cash. The conditions will be no consumption of intoxicants. There's to be no possession of alcoholic beverages on his premises at 1870 Highway 47. He is to permit inspection by law enforcement to secure premises and make sure that that's the case. He is not to operate a motor vehicle. He's not to go on any tavern premises. He is not to leave the premises unless he is in the company of another adult. And he is to be confined at the premises from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., 7 days a week. He's also going to be subject to random preliminary breath test as a condition of bond to ensure his continued sobriety.